That's what we needed to know. Okay, I'm gonna start with the roof. What I like usually to do with this when I go over with everybody is go over the major components, the things people have questions about always. Like when I inspect a house, almost everyone, when they call me initially, is I want to know condition of the roof, I want to know the AC, the water heater, the plumbing, the pipe, whatever. So I'll start with the roof. I don't have any problems really with the roof. The only thing that I would say they could do a better job with the roof maybe is to just do some just basic maintenance. Like there's a couple of loose shingles at the drip edge, you saw me up there. And there was another one by a plumbing vent on the second story on this plane above the second level bathroom. Not the master, but the hallway. But other than that, just basic maintenance stuff, it looks pretty good. And when you have a roof that's 11 years old, which is what these shingles are, we usually do a arithmetic or a mathematical equation. Down here, roofs aren't like up in other places. A lot shorter lifespan. 20 years is what we, on average, will give it. That's when most people have to start worrying about it, 17 and 20. This roof looks really good, so we're going to say that's probably got about 7 to 9 years of life left before they really have to start paying attention. It doesn't mean it can't leak at some point in the next 7 to 9 years, but the materials look good. In the attic, all the attic areas look good too. I didn't have any problems. You have an attic access in the garage and one upstairs in the master bedroom closet. The attic in the insulated areas, which is the second story, is insulated very well. No issues. The ductwork is also visible up there for the air conditioning system. No issues. So we're looking really good with that. As far as the building goes, it looks like they may have painted the exterior recently. I don't know how recently, but there's not a lot of common problems that I'm used to seeing at a home built in '04. If you drive around this neighborhood, you'll see a lot of cracks in the stucco, the stair step cracks. You don't really have that here. The only thing I could say that you can do to improve the outside maybe is control the roof drainage better, because they don't really have gutters on 3 sides, and that would be an asset, because if you look on that side of the house, you can actually see the water's eroded away the ground right by the house, right by the building. So that would be an improvement. But other than that, the property outside seems pretty well maintained. There's no real big conditions. The front lawn could use a little help, but you know, it's Florida, and what happens with Florida, we get chinch bugs, and we get fungus, and we get whatever, eats away at your stuff. So that's the status on the outside and the roof. As far as the plumbing, nothing major here. The plumbing seems really good. The water meter comes in at the front corner. There's a shutoff valve at the exterior garage wall. Easy access, no problem finding it. Water pressure is 80 pounds per square inch, which is really good. It means they can have to be showering in 3 different areas in the house. It doesn't make a difference. Well, 2 different areas, only 2 showers, I guess, and someone could be running a washing machine or whatever. Speaking of which, we ran all the appliances. Well, we mentioned washing machine, all the appliances seem to work. Repairs I'll have in there are little ones, like, you know, the guard that goes in the sink drain for the disposal, it's missing over here. The ice maker works, but the dispenser's not giving us ice. It's getting stuck. Those are pretty small. But when he's moving in, or when they're moving in, it's hot. Let me get some ice, and the ice maker don't work. Hey, that inspector didn't say the ice maker, so let's just make sure we mention it.
Right.
Electricity, no big issues. I have minor stuff, and you know what those things are. Replace a couple breakers, 1 breaker at the main panel, 2 at the sub panel. Other than that, electrical was really good. Air condition, it checked out very well. The condenser unit outside looks like it may have been replaced in 2014. We didn't have a permit for it, which is usually our way of verifying an exact date, but the date on the unit says it's manufactured 2014. So it stands to reason either last year or this year it was installed. The inside unit is the original unit, and that's from 2004. So you have what's called a mismatch system when it comes to years. One is very new, and one is old, and they're not the same SEER rating. One is 12 SEER, one is likely not 12 SEER, it's 13 or 14. They'll work together, and they'll have air conditioning. It's just when it comes time to address an issue, the air conditioning people that come out may talk to them about options regarding repair and replacement, depending upon what those things are. The coils have a lot of rust on them. They're showing like coils that are, in fact, 11, 12, 13 years old. So they probably don't have a tremendous amount of life ahead of them. That's the air handler in the closet upstairs master. All right, so I think the most significant information that I can give everybody is short-term expense will be probably an air handler unit.
Right.
It could be 2, 3, 4 years, but you should start budgeting for that now, so you're not caught red-handed, you know, not expecting it. Interior, very well maintained place. The only thing that I saw that's not really reportable, but you should know about, is when you look closely at the ceilings with a white light, you can see discoloration all over the house. And it doesn't mean anything bad happened here, it just means that maybe it was a bad paint job, or not a good paint job, however you want to word it. It could be some staining that was covered, but there's no evidence of a previous leaking problem or roof leaking problem. Seems more to reason that it would be from a paint, just a weak paint coat. All right, but I don't want them to be laying in the couch one day and say, oh, those ceilings are stained.
Yeah.
I didn't see that in our inspection, we did notice it. We put a moisture meter a couple different locations to see if there was water. There's nothing right there. Okay, so I think overall, in summary, I mean, it's looking like a well-maintained property, a lot of positives. Okay, water heater's working, heating the water. Now that's original. That could be also the first expense you have, but that's not that major. It's under $500. So that's what we have. I guess we can stop the tape and